Well, let's go to Staten Island, where homeowners are rallying against the city's new pied-à-terre tax.
The city recently sent out notices to people it says need to pay up, but some of these homeowners say they live in their home and are now being forced to prove it. Good Day's Arthur Chien has more.
Homeowners here on Staten Island held a rally protesting how the city has rolled out its new pied-à-terre tax. In particular, they're mad that their personal information has appeared on a public database, and they're also upset that if they are subject to the tax, it will be up to them to prove that they actually live in the city.
So we got to call it out when we know it's right.
Dozens of Staten Island homeowners showed up for a rally on the FDR boardwalk in Midland Beach. They are fuming over the confusion from a database belonging to the Department of Finance that was posted a week ago with nearly 1 million properties that might be subject to the new surcharge called the pied-à-terre tax. Now, days later, the city clarified that being on that database does not mean that you are subject to the actual luxury tax, and that letters have been sent out to 17,000 of the nearly 1 million properties, and it is those 17,000 that the city suspects are second homes that are worth more than $5 million. The clarification, however, obviously not soothing nerves here on Staten Island. Homeowners tell us they feel unfairly targeted and are furious that if they get the letter, the burden of proof will be on them to prove that they actually live in the city. Now, it is a process that includes uploading a driver's license, income tax filing, utility bills, and a voter registration for the address. Yesenia is a retired school teacher we spoke with. Her husband Brian is a retired NYPD officer. They say they've lived in their modest home here on Staten Island for 21 years now, and that it is their only home.
Why didn't he do a more thorough investigation instead of throwing everybody on this list?
I was panicked because I haven't gotten a letter yet, but I'm thinking to myself, how do I prove that I don't own something? How do I prove that? How do we prove that?
I understand the concerns New Yorkers have, especially when it comes to a new tax. And as we know that new taxes typically present more questions than they do answers.
The mayor says he understands the confusion. So here is the breakdown on who actually faces this tax. It applies to properties that are not being used as a primary residence, but are valued at over $5 million. The same applies to condos and co-ops valued over $1 million. Mayor Mamdani says part of understanding how this is confusing has led the city to move the deadline, which was set for later this month, to mid-September.